and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Claire, would you lead us in word of prayer?
Yes, thank you. Would you join me as we go to the Lord? Heavenly Father, we thank you for the many blessings that you have given each and every one of us. Lord, we ask that your presence be here in our meeting today, that we have open ears, open hearts to listen to the citizens of this great county. Lord, protect all of those that are helping us in this most desperate time. Bless them. Let people be grateful for those that are here helping us, Lord. And Lord, let us get back on the right track so we can give thanks during this thankful season. And to God be the glory. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Cindy, do we have a quorum? Thank you. Motion for approval of the agenda.
Move we approve the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ezell and second by Commissioner Taylor. Approval of agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the minutes for October 17th, 2024.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Dana, second by Commissioner Taylor for approval of minutes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Presentation. Tamara.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tamara Schubert, Travis County Cooperative Extension Service. So we are few in number today. We left Drew out in the field. So our Extension Council, I know.
All right.
Our Extension Council met this month and set training dates for 2025. So those will be released along with the new topics coming up in the next month or so. We had Christmas Showcase on Tuesday as our annual event. We had close to 250 come out, which is pretty good considering everything that our community is going through right now. So hopefully it provided some normalcy and kind of a mental break for those that were able to come out and join us. I do want to share for the urban horticulture that's taking place on Tuesday. That's one of Drew's programs. It got relocated out to the fairgrounds, but it is still happening from 9 to 4 on Tuesday. He is asking that everybody still please register because they are providing lunch. There's no cost, but they are providing lunch. So we're trying to get a head count on that. Before I turn it over to Katie, on the 4-H side, I want to plug 4-H Day at the library real quick. So it's a free program that we offer to the kids, regardless of whether they're enrolled in 4-H or not. It happens at the Roswell Library on the second Wednesday of every month and the Hagerman Library on the third Wednesday of every month. But it's an opportunity for those youth to come in and explore projects and have some time with adults that truly care. So we lit up some light bulbs yesterday and taught the kids about electricity and circuits and things like that, and we had a lot of fun. But now's the time to come join us for those events. And I'm going to let Katie share what she's got going on the 4-H side.
Thank you, Ms. Tamara. Good morning, Commissioners. I'm so happy to see you and that everybody's safe and warm. 4-H has just been crazy per the usual, but it's also wonderful. We just elected our new county council, so this is our youth that run our county programming. They are excited, and I hope to get them in here not during school time to come visit you. We are starting our process for our annual awards program. I would love to see you there. We are getting your invitations in the mail if they are not already there. Be expecting that soon. Just to celebrate them and all their accomplishments that they've gone through this year and see what 4-H is all about, dig into the nitty-gritty of all the goodness. We will be providing dinner, so we are asking for an RSVP, but I would love to see you there, and they would love to see you there as well. As always, we've got open enrollment going on, so we just started our brand new fiscal year for our youth. We have got a lot of applications rolling in right here at the beginning, but we always need more friends to join us, to teach them, love on them, care for them, and be that one caring adult in their life, of course. Otherwise, it is crazy and wonderful, and we always need youth and volunteers, but I thank you so much for your continued support of our youth and our program. It's been wonderful, so I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman. Brian?
Morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Give you a quick update on flooding. I'm Brian Hotel in Chaves County Flood Commission. I'm going to start with some infrastructure damage. Start with the Zuber Project dams south of town that protect Dexter and the surrounding area. Okay, 13-mile dam. During the big flood, we had spillway flows, emergency spillway flows that caused extensive erosion in the emergency spillway. Approximately 59,277 cubic yards of material was lost. The conduit flow during the flood caused the loss of approximately 1,333 cubic yards of material in the plunge pool area. Total material lost on this dam during the flood was approximately 60,610 cubic yards. Sediment removal that's probably going to be needed in the reservoir area of this dam, based on a 1 foot depth average over the whole reservoir, is going to be 259,259 cubic yards. Moving on to Peters Lake Dam. This is the big dam in the Zuber project. This dam had full emergency spillway flow during the flood. This spillway is 700 feet across with a depth of 6 feet, the capacity of 18,000 cubic feet per second. This caused a loss of approximately 138,287 cubic yards of material from the spillway. 2,000 feet of the southern end of the dam were overtopped. This caused erosion on the downstream face. The material lost in this section was 11,555 cubic yards of material. The plunge pool also had erosion from the conduit flow. The amount of material lost there was approximately 3,600 cubic yards of material. Total material lost on Peters Lake during the flood was roughly 150,442 cubic yards of material. The sediment removal, if we base it on a 1 foot depth, is going to be roughly 277,777 cubic yards of sediment to remove from the reservoir. Moving on to Greenfield Dam. This reservoir did fill up, but no emergency spillway flows. There'd be minor erosion in the plunge pool area from the conduit flow. The sediment removal, based on the same 1 foot depth, 133,333 cubic yards of sediment. The Zuber Project outlet channel, this would be the channel and the berm that directs all the runoff from the 3 dams to the Felice River. Roughly 12 miles in length, begins 2 miles southeast of the intersection of Honolulu Road and Orchard Park, ends at the Felice River. It was overtopped and sustained damage in multiple places. We estimate the loss 40% of this structure, and that is approximately 258,133 cubic yards of material needed to repair. Change pages here. We hope to get started on that next week as conditions allow. Some other structures, the diversion 3 here west of the Air Center. 1.5 miles west of the Air Center. The berm is roughly 1.5 miles long, 6 feet tall roughly across the whole length, tapering down on the south end. The water overtopped this entire structure, the whole 1.5 miles, and also flowed out the emergency spillway and went around the south end as well. This caused extensive erosion on top of the berm and the downstream face. The top 2 foot of the berm was washed off in multiple places for a total of roughly 600 feet. Before this last rainstorm, we placed loose material in all these washouts just as a quick urgent fix, and that held in the last storm. Everything got directed down. The Hondo, we figure approximately 30,800 cubic yards of material were lost in this erosion flood. We're hoping to start repairs on that soon also. We had a berm from the relief route across to Brown Road. Length of that berm is roughly 1 mile, a height of 5 feet. More than half of this berm was overtopped and washed away. Estimate is 70% damaged or gone. The amount of material lost is 15,400 cubic yards. And that's what I have for infrastructure. And I did want to address one area that has flooded twice in the last, I don't even know how long it's been, 4 weeks, been a long 4 weeks. The Orchard Park area has flooded twice in that time period, and that area is sort of up against the same thing Roswell is, with a really, really big, flat, uncontrolled drainage area. And it all drains right through Orchard Park. We're hoping to get some engineering help on the mitigation side of the relief we have coming to do a study and get something put in that area to address this. River channels, drainage channels everywhere are gonna need debris removal and some level of construction and maintenance. We're gonna continue to communicate with the state DHSEM and FEMA to get these repairs funded and get things put back how they need to be and better. And with that, I'll stand for questions.
Thank you, Brian. Any questions, comments?
Brian, the berm southeast or southwest, well, south of the end of Honolulu Road, that's when it overtopped, that's what got Orchard Park, right?
I don't believe so. No.
No, Orchard Park is north of the beginning of that berm.
Well, I know.
There's no flood control structures in between Orchard Park and anywhere.
But when I went out to check on Orchard Park, the water was coming from the
From Honolulu.
southwest and going northeast.
So
And I
there's,
thought that water was supposed to be
That-
diverted toward the Felice rather
You're-
than coming back that way.
you're talking about right when Honolulu turns to dirt, there was a
Yeah.
low spot with the water running back northeast.
Right.
Yeah, that's before, probably a mile and a half before the berm, the outlet channel berm starts.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, maybe when we get some engineering help, we can tie all that in and direct it, but we're gonna have to get some design help on that.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyone else? No, you got a lot of work ahead of you. Thank you for
Yes, sir.
all that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Joe West, do you want to talk about the road department?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. I'd like to start out by saying I'm glad I'm not Brian. He does have a lot of work ahead of him. Nothing personal, Brian. Road department wise, we did sustain some damage to some of our road infrastructure, some of our structures. Obviously, this was an event probably of a lifetime. We saw water run in places that we've never seen before. We've got everything open, save one road right now, and that's Lincoln Road north of Dexter. We went out and looked at it, I don't know, pretty close after the floods, sustained a lot of damage on the Zuby Draw crossing just right there, about a mile north. A few days later, the next following weekend, it rained again, west of them, didn't rain in Dexter, and it flowed again, and probably, what, doubled the damage maybe. So we've got a lot of work there. That's the only closure that we have currently. We did sustain some road damage, some, like I said, structures that we're gonna try to get built back as soon as we can. It's probably gonna take help from the contractor side, because some of it's out of our scope. We will probably see more damage in the next couple of months when we start having our hard freezes. If you're familiar with how roads work, if the subgrade gets wet and it starts freezing, we get down in the sub-zero or sub-temperatures below freezing, we'll probably start losing chip seal. That's just, there's no way around it. So that's just a byproduct of having floods like this. Other than that, everything else held up pretty good. We're on the mending side. On the waste management side, as you're aware, we usually don't have our open top containers out anymore. We're just strictly compactors. With the flooding debris, we currently have 12 compactors at 8 different locations throughout the county. At all 4 of our open top, or our compactor sites, we have open tops, and also on Brown Road, out here by the base at the old Burrito Express location on their property. We have one at Burns Subdivision on Burns Road, just out right there off 285. You can see them sitting right there. And we also have a couple at the church. I thought they were at the ball fields. There's a church just west of the ball fields in Dexter, and we have 2 there. So, and they're still being used. We're starting to see the debris accumulation start dropping a little bit, but we're hauling about 6 open tops a day still. So I think that'll continue to go on. The more the public finds out about it, what we're doing, they have to take their debris to our locations throughout the county that I mentioned. We do have a grappler service with Ashbrit that's going throughout the county. We've sent a couple of crews out multiple times, and we do pin drops that we send to Alex, who relays that information on to Ashbrit, and they go to these locations where people are putting their stuff and debris in the right of way. Can't go on private property at this point. We cannot go on private roads, but they do, if they get it if it comes from private property, as far as I'm concerned, if they get it out there to the right of way, we will go pick it up. And I don't know how long that's gonna go on. One of my guys told me that they saw a sign at the dump at the city landfill yesterday that said free dumping's only good through the 16th. I don't know if you know about that or not, but and I don't know what it refers to, so that might just be to the public that's taking their trash there. So with that, I'll stand for questions.
I think I'd like to add that that's free dumping at the city landfill. There is a secondary site at the old airport off College, behind the Game and Fish, and that is where flood debris damage is going. So we're doing our best. We're asking the public to separate household goods from our normal trash, and whether it's the grappler trucks, county open tops and compactors, we're asking the public for their help to separate. And so normal household items go to the city landfill, flood debris goes to the secondary site.
I'll stand for any questions.
Anyone have any questions for Joe?
Sounds like you got a lot going on too. How are you doing with the recruitment? Are you still down?
It's a roller coaster. We were down to being 9 short, and probably in the last 2 weeks we're back to 12 short. It's just one of those roll of the dice things. You know, opportunities come along in people's lives that I don't blame them for taking them. You know, I mean, government's not necessarily for everyone. So you know, that's just how it works. But we have one prospective applicant that he's a temp right now, and with the personnel policy change that you guys approved, he will probably be our first applicant for the new CDL training program. So he's a very motivation-driven young man that I think will be our first one that we get a CDL for him, and I think he will stay with us. So that looks like it's going to be working well for us. The only problem we're having with that, and it's out of our control, is there's a waiting list to go send people to the school. So the soonest we could possibly get him in is February. So just got to roll with the dice. That's all you do.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to say thank you. And every time I take my household trash over to the Midway, it's clean. There's been 2 open tops at a time, and they're coming and going constantly. So, and I tell them thank you too. I know they're working constantly with this, but thank you very much. They're keeping up. I know it's a heck of a job, but they're doing marvelous. So please tell them thank you from me, from all of us that still have to take our regular trash.
Yes, ma'am,
You
I will
know,
pass
we
that along.
appreciate
Thank
it. Yes, we do appreciate it. We know everybody, you know, we do trash talk when we're taking our trash, and everybody has noticed when we're there that you guys are working very, very hard trying to keep up with everything.
I appreciate that, and I will let them know. Thank you.
Anyone else? Joe, thank you.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Mike Espiritu, where are you hiding it? There you are.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. I'll be real brief. Kind of a few updates for you. With the recent flooding in Chaves County, one of the roles that we have been taking as your EDC is reaching out to local businesses and offering a hand. In fact, Kim with our office has been out there with, in fact, she even had her boots on helping out folks. So we're trying to do our part, pushing information out to the public. So. The Reno Air Races, kind of an update. They were scheduled to be here the week right after the flood, and obviously they canceled. The reason for their trip now scheduled till, well, actually next week in January is to come out and validate the race course. Next week we'll have FAA and TSA and some Reno folks here throughout the week to kind of get ready for things. We'll see in January. Kind of like a course validation. We'll have some planes out here, some pilots. It's not a spectator event. They're just going to validate the course, probably half a dozen or so, and just kind of fly it. They'll have a class presidents meeting, and that time they'll come discuss the impacts and things that they need to be worried about for racing. The dates are official. It's PRS, which is a Pylon Recertification School, where every pilot has to be here. It's still scheduled for May 18th. And so they'll be here for probably 2 to 3 weeks before that date and after the 23rd of May. September 10th through the 14th is the race week, still on schedule. Of course, we'll see a lot of folks here. A lot of work still needs to be done. We'll see a lot of people here start arriving as early as the 3rd of September and all the way till probably the 15th or so, the day after race week. We have a project. I want to brief you about this project. I've spoken with you about it before. Project Hail, something we haven't talked about in a number of months. They kind of went dark on things that we're working on. They have a presence in Roswell, but they have appears they've secured a nice contract to build, manufacture these electrical components. And the job count, if they're successful in finding the facilities they need, is significant. But it's still premature. They claim they have a contract signed with the company out of Taiwan, and so we're working with the State Department and others to kind of help move that along. We're currently looking at, they really wanted the old bus plant because it's that big of a project, but as you know, the bus plant, we took care of that. And now we're looking for another building, which we can't find one that large, so we'll probably end up having to build a new facility. Lastly, the 23rd of January, I know that all know the session starts the 21st of January, but the 23rd is Roswell Chaves County Day at the legislature, our reception that we'll have. You'll see invitations to you probably here the next couple of weeks. It'll be at the Hotel El Dorado, and we'll have a whole cast of folks there, including more than likely some of the senior leaders from the Reno Air Races. That concludes today's report, and I stand for your questions.
Thank you, Mike. Anyone have any questions or comments for Mike? Mike, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is there anyone here from the chamber? Okay, Alex?
Thank you, Chairman, Commissioners. This time we'd like to present a couple groups that are here representing some agencies that are helping with disaster relief, and they've been, they got here pretty quick, and so along with along with thanking all the agencies and volunteer groups and everybody that's helped through the process, we want to put that word out. But at this time, we have Mr. Dore Hill and his Region 6 FEMA folks, his team here to present. And then we have Miss Elizabeth Vargas with the SBA, the Small Business Administration. She'll be going after FEMA. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. My name is Dore Hill. I'm with Region 6 External Affairs, and I'm also serving as your intergovernmental specialist for this disaster. Just wanted to briefly introduce myself and just let you know I'm here to help you and help your constituents. So as we continue the recovery process, if your constituents have questions or need answers for something, please feel free to reach out to me. You can email me. I'll leave you my contact info. Also, I want to make sure that you are getting all the information, so the press releases, any fact sheets and things that we put out. But yeah, I'm here for you. And like Alex said, we also have some other FEMA personnel here. Our FCO, let him introduce himself real quickly.
Good morning. My name is Jose Gil Montanez. I'm Federal Coordinating Officer for Region 6. So it's an honor to be here. I was here for the Hermit Peak Calf Canyon fires. I was here for the McBride and Ruidoso. I'm back here for Ruidoso with the recent fires, and now I'm here in Roswell. So I'm starting to getting encultured into New Mexico. I've had my taste of Christmas sauce over and over again. So I appreciate being here. I appreciate the welcome and the hospitality. So we're here to serve wherever we need. You have the rating, you have myself. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Elizabeth Vargas. I'm a Public Information Officer with the U.S. Small Business Administration. We are here along with FEMA helping survivors on the economic recovery. We offer low-interest loans, and my colleague is going to talk about that. We are at the Disaster Recovery Center. We also have a business recovery center for business owners and nonprofits. We have personnel that will help them explain the program, and this is a really good program for people that are underinsured or uninsured.
Perfect. Thank you, Chairman and City Council, for allowing us to speak today and share some information. We're here to inform you today of the disaster loan programs available to residents and businesses affected by the disaster on October 19th and 20th due to the severe storms and flooding. Some of the programs that we offer loans, low-interest loans to businesses of all sizes, nonprofit organizations, to include homeowners and renters. I think there's a misconception sometimes, homeowners and renters, because of the name Small Business Administration, but we do offer assistance in form of loans to homeowners and renters. Homeowners may borrow up to $500,000 to cover, to repair, replace, or rebuild their primary residence. There's also assistance to borrow for renters and homeowners up to $100,000 to repair or replace personal property. That includes a vehicle, possibly furniture, appliances, clothing, and personal belongings. Businesses and nonprofits may borrow up to $2 million to help them repair, replace, or purchase equipment in inventory that were damaged or destroyed. Their businesses are also able to borrow up to $2 million for property damage, or if they suffered economic injury, up to $2 million. The loans for the homeowners and renters are fixed 2.8% over 30 years. Just some key points: there is no cost to apply, no prepayment penalty. It's a fixed 30-year loan. If someone is approved, they're also not obligated to take the loan, and payments are deferred for the first 12 months. We opened a business recovery center at the Eastern New Mexico University Arts and Science Building. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and we are co-located with FEMA at the Disaster Recovery Center at the Roswell Mall next to Bath and Body Works, and we're there Monday through Saturday, 10 to 7. So if you're able to share the information, or if we can answer any questions, please feel free to reach out. We also have some fact sheets available for everyone. They can also log on to our website, sba.gov disaster, call our 800 number. But other than that, if you have any questions or we can help in any way, please let us know. And we thank you for the time and opportunity for allowing us to share today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I want to thank FEMA and SBA both for being here and helping us with all this and being here quickly. Thank you very much. Alex.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you. I just wanted to add on to that, reiterate what the gentleman said and what was said at the town hall meeting last night for those people online or anybody here who missed. But the DRC, the Disaster Recovery Center, is at the mall located next to Bath and Body. And one great thing about all these agencies is it's kind of a one-stop shop. And as we understand, there might be some volunteer groups there as well helping out. So for anybody needing some relief, it's kind of a one-stop shop, and they can get a lot of questions and answers there, answered there. So thanks for that.
Thank you, Alex. And thank everybody for being here and presenting us this morning. Okay, Bill?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, I would like to read a proclamation this morning. Election Workers Day. Whereas election workers make up the front line of democracy and are essential to free and fair elections in Chaves County, New Mexico, and whereas election workers are local temporary workers supporting free and fair elections in their local communities, and whereas election workers undergo elections training, take an oath of office to faithfully support the New Mexico Constitution and the Constitution of the United States, and whereas many election workers are veterans, retirees, or seniors who participate in the election process in continued service to our country, and whereas election workers are registered as Republicans, Democrats, Libertarians, Independents, working families, green, or declined to state, but put aside party affiliation to support a fair and transparent election process, and whereas election workers assist thousands of voters in their communities and provide vital support and access for individuals with disabilities, and whereas election workers work hundreds of hours from the start of early voting on October 8th to Election Day on November 5th and post-Election Day tallying of results. Now therefore, on this day set aside to canvass the 2024 general election, the Chaves County Board of Commissioners hereby expresses our gratitude to our fellow New Mexicans for a job well done. Let it be further resolved that Thursday, November 14th, 2024 is hereby proclaimed Election Workers Day in Chaves County, done this 14th day of November 2024 by the Board of Chaves County Commissioners. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. You want to say something? Thank you. Thank all your team.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to point out that they keep these, they frame these certificates and share them with all the volunteers that they have. It's kind of a big deal to them. They have amassed quite a number of them, and we really appreciate them.
That's good. Thank you, guys. Y'all work hard.
Thank you.
Is that all, Bill?
Yes, thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, agenda item number A, election canvass. That's why you squirming around, Cindy.
Well, good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. As hard as elections are to run, I'm glad I'm not Joe or Brian. Before we get to the numbers, I hope you'll give me just a minute to express some thanks. Elections take a large group of people to pull off, and I think that they deserve thanks. First, I would like to thank you as commissioners for recognizing our election workers after every single election. Election workers play an essential role in maintaining the integrity of the voting process. They work long hours, often under challenging conditions and with little recognition. Thanking them is a meaningful way to acknowledge their commitment to democracy and to show appreciation for their dedication to making elections possible. And in Chaves County, we have some of the best. I would like to thank the voters. I don't think that's something that I've ever done before, but I think it's important. Each vote represents a voice and a choice and a commitment to shaping the future. Whether voting in person or by mail, Braving long lines, busy schedules, or other challenges, every voter plays a vital role in making sure our community and country reflect the will of the people. A heartfelt thanks to everyone who took time to vote in this election. 99.9% of our voters were well behaved. They were patient. They were patient when they had wait times, which some of them did, especially on election day when we were dealing with so many same-day registrations that we had 5 people in our office processing those and we could not keep up. Our voters were also resilient. They were dealing with the flooding issues, the Dexter post office was closed, and so many other things were going on. And a good thing that came out of this election is there currently are no emergency provisions in the election code for dealing with emergencies or natural disasters, and it's something that the Secretary of State has already brought before a committee that they are interested in adding in. So there's always good that can come out of it. I would like to, excuse me, thank all of our polling sites. They graciously open their doors to us. These facilities make it possible for voters to cast their ballots in accessible, welcoming spaces. Their willingness to host polling sites involves preparation, coordination, and oftentimes disruption to their regular activities, all for the greater good of supporting free and fair elections. The convention center, as we all know, had to be moved, and St. Andrew's Episcopal Church was incredible to work with. They were probably more excited that we were going to use their facilities than we were. And I wanted to thank Stan for taking care of all of the legal side of the polling place change. Another group that I've never thanked, but I think they deserve some recognition, is our party chairs in Chaves County. Eric Call is the Republican Party chair, and Sarah MacArthur is the Democratic Party chair. And both of them are incredibly supportive of our office and staff. They support a democratic process that allows voters to make informed choices while helping people find representation and information. I'm almost done. A few others. I would like to, a huge thank you goes out to our finance department. Number one, I received the sweetest text from Annabelle on election day. She offered not only the assistance of her staff, but she offered to bring us snacks and drinks. So the necessities of getting through a very long day. We couldn't make it through an election without Lucia. She already has all of the paperwork completed for me to turn in our grant update to the Secretary of State's office. And I would like to thank CODIS, who on Thursday of last week already had every check ready to pay all of the poll workers. So in the 10 years I've been here, we have never had that happen. And so a huge thank you to them. Andrew checked on us on election night. We always are appreciative of our IT friends. And Emma and Susie with HR, they had to do considerable more amount of work this election getting all the paperwork in. And so I really appreciated them. Joe Petty with facility maintenance always helps us with our signs, and so we very much appreciate him. I want to thank Alex and Joseph. I panicked a little bit on election day when our line was going out into the parking lot. Alex came down, helped me kind of get that under control, set some chairs up. Joseph came down. We actually had a car fire right outside of Area D. That was our excitement for that day. He came and helped with that, and then he also attended every one of our election trainings and did a safety talk. This just goes to show the family environment that we have here at the county, where we all step in to help each other. So I'm grateful to all of these people that helped us make this a successful election. Last but definitely not least is the clerk's office staff. Since elections take probably a year to get ready for, so we've been working on these for a long time. There have been many missed lunches, working many Saturdays, early and late hours, keeping up with the numbers daily, lots of phone calls. We had 216 on election day alone, some angry individuals that had to be dealt with, going out of their way to make sure those who needed assistance received it. Casey made several trips to nursing homes and hospitals to make sure that people who could not get to a polling place were able to vote. We processed same-day voter registrations until we couldn't see straight. We solved problems daily. We were patient with one another, and I want to thank them for being a great team and fun to work with. Now to the numbers. You all received a packet that's in front of you. We'll go over the numbers. There were 1,347 absentee ballots that were counted, 6 provisional ballots, 65 military overseas ballots, 14,080 early voters, and 6,773 election day voters. This equals a turnout for Chaves County of 22,271 voters, or 61% of eligible voters for this election. On the next page, you will see a breakdown of voters by age, party, and gender. I always find these numbers fascinating and would like to point out the first column, that gray column there. Our young people finally got engaged and participated in this election, and that was super exciting to see. The next column there gives you a breakdown of turnout by political parties. And then the third column gives you the same-day voter registration statistics. We had 1,688 same-day registrations for this election, with almost 1,000 of those coming in on Election Day. The Secretary of State said statewide there were 50,000 same-day registrations, with half of those being on Election Day. The biggest category was new registrants at 856. And the majority of these were voters under the age of 35 who were registering for the first time. The back page of that same page has just some election comparison numbers. If you're comparing apples to apples, you'll compare the 2020 to the 2024. Those are both presidential elections. And then the next couple pages just show the candidate summaries and ballot questions with the total votes received. We would appreciate your certification of these results today, and I will stand for any questions.
Thank you, Cindy. Any questions?
What's a fled voter?
A fled voter is someone who is issued a ballot, but they decide for whatever reason that they don't want to cast that ballot, and so they leave.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
Thank you, Cindy. Goodness gracious. What a interesting election year.
Yes, it was.
But as you said, we learn with each one, don't we? Some of the challenges, and this year we had lots of challenges, especially. It was nice to see St. Andrews. They did pretty good, really, on election day. Yeah, the 266 that went to St. Andrews. That's wonderful. That's good that kind of having to turn on the dime and find something to do. So I think that's wonderful, and I'm glad they took us in with open arms. That's wonderful, because we have to still provide the services, but we did it. Thank you.
Yeah, they were great.
I appreciate y'all.
Mr. Chairman, I move we certify the canvass of the election as presented by Madam Clerk.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Ezell, second by Commissioner Dana to approve the election canvass. Certified. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy.
Okay, agenda item number 1.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, County Commissioners. As to agenda item number 1, Agreement A-24-031, the ratification of Agreement Amendment A-24-031 between Chavez County and the State of New Mexico DFA Local Government Division for DWI Local Grant Fiscal Year 2025. The Chavez County DWI program was awarded $47,000 of extra funding for the local grant for fiscal year 2025. The funding will be utilized to fund prevention billboards, program presenters, educational videos, and social media prevention efforts. The term of the agreement will start October 2nd, 2024 through June 30th, 2025. Staff recommends approval, and I stand for questions.
Is that something that we applied for, or is it?
Mr.
Just
Chairman,
extra-
Commissioner Sell, yes, sir. That is something that we had to apply for.
Any other questions or discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of agreement A-24031 and between Chavez County and DFA for the additional funding for the local DWI grant.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ezell, second by Commissioner Perry for approval of Agreement A-24-031. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item number 2.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, County Commissioners. Agenda item number 2, request to approve ratification of agreement A-24-057 between Chavez County and New Mexico Aging and Long-Term Services Department for Roswell Joey Center appropriation, A23H2068-21. Chavez County Roswell Joey Center was approved for statewide emergency funding to replace the air conditioning and heating unit in the kitchen rooftop in the amount of $9,807.01. Staff recommends approval.
Any questions or discussion?
Mr. Chairman, Adriana, is there any other emergencies requests from the Joy Center? I know they've got many, many problems.
So far, we have 2, the fire alarm system, which
Okay.
we have already received the executed agreement, and then this.
And then this one, and that's all they've asked
That's
for
all so far.
so far. Okay, thank you. Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve ratification of agreement A-24-057 between Chavez County and the New Mexico Aging and Long-Term Services Department for the Roswell Joyce Center appropriation A23H2068-21.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Darrow, second by Commissioner Taylor for approval of ratification agreement A-24-057. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item number 3.
Okay. Agenda item number 3, request to approve ratification of agreement A-24-058 between Chavez County and New Mexico Interstate Stream Commission for the Macho Draw flood control repair appropriation, A24-I2354. This is a capital outlay grant agreement in the amount of $500,000 for the Macho Draw flood control repair project. Staff recommends approval.
Any discussion, questions?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we ratify agreement A-24-058 between the Interstate Stream Commission and Chavez County for the Macho Draw flood control repair appropriation A-24-I2354.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Ezell, second by Commissioner Dana for the approval of ratification agreement A-24-058. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 4 is for Resolution R-24-051. It's the Chaves County Local Emergency Disaster Declaration. Chaves County declared an emergency on October 20th, 2024 due to the severe weather that occurred October 19th through the 20th, 2024. This storm caused loss of life, massive flooding throughout a large area of Chaves County, including the towns of Dexter and Hagerman. At this time, we are requesting the ratification of this declaration. The declaration of emergency is required prior to any assessments and subsequent assistance to persons impacted by the tragedy. Staff recommends the ratification of R-24-051. Stand for any questions.
Any questions or discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Taylor.
I move approval of Resolution R-24-051, Chaves County Local Emergency Disaster Declaration.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Taylor, second by Commissioner Ezell for approval of Resolution R-24-051. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Motion carries. Thank you. Agenda item number 6. Five, I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm trying to hurry.
Yeah, he was just going to sit there and go, okay.
I wish I'd have been looking.
Back to your chair.
Sorry, you approved the agenda.
You're right. I'm sorry, Louis.
Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 5 is a resolution to waive the development permit fee or the flood use permit fee, which is assessed. This fee is required as part of the participation of the National Flood Insurance Program. It is for any new construction or development activity in the special flood hazard area and includes the repair and reconstruction of structures damaged by a flood. We were informed of this requirement by FEMA and State Homeland Security. In this case, the fee is currently $25, which would be waived for all repair and reconstruction. We are handling this by going door to door, every home that is in the flood hazard area, and presenting them with this document and a self-addressed stamped envelope to return it back to us.
Anyone have any questions for Louis?
Also, Chairman, Commissioners, there is a correction to the resolution, if you would. Beginning on the title, the second sentence, substantial damage should be stricken. And in the third paragraph, second whereas, second to last sentence, substantial, the word substantial should be removed. And now therefore to be resolved, second to last sentence, substantial again should be stricken. Originally, that was our analysis, but after talking with FEMA and the state, that all structures that were damaged or in need of repair that are in the special flood hazard area do need a development permit from us.
So we need a motion for this with those
With the corrections.
corrections. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve Resolution R-24-052 as amended to waive the development use permit fee.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ezell, second by Commissioner Taylor for approval of Resolution R-24-052 as amended. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now agenda item number 6.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 6 is Resolution R-24-053, which is the Chaves County holiday schedule for 2025. In accordance with the Chaves County Personnel Policy, the Commission establishes the holiday schedule for the following calendar year. The proposed 2025 holiday schedule is attached, and staff recommends approval. I'll stand for any questions.
Any questions?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve Resolution R-24-053, Chaves County holiday schedule for 2025.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Dana, second by Commissioner Ezell for approval of Resolution R-24-053. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item number 7.
Morning, Chairman, Commissioners. Agenda item number 7 is the award recommendation for ITB 2501 for Vector Chemicals to Clark Mosquito Control, Target Specialty, and ES Obco USA DBA Viserys. Chaves County received 5 bids in response to ITB 2501. Bids were received as shown in the tabulation table, as in the tabulation sheet of the packet. Bids were responsive and reviewed for compliance by staff. Staff is recommending approval of award to Clark Mosquito, Target Specialty, and ES Obco US DBA Viserys for the highlighted items within the tabulation. This award will constitute a price agreement that will allow staff to purchase the tangible items from. The term of this contract is set for 1 year with the option to auto-renew for 3 additional years, but not to exceed the expiration date of November 14th of 2028. Staff recommends approval.
Anyone have any questions, discussion?
I see that you've learned from the finance department that if you don't want us old guys to read the stuff, you just make the print so
Very
small.
small. Very small.
Yes.
I didn't want to
Annabelle-
cause you a bigger headache reading that
Annabelle
tabulation
perfected
sheet
that
than
on
you
the
needed.
finance committee.
Because you got both of us if they're squinting trying to figure it out.
Just got to get good cheaters.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the bid award under ITB 25-01 to Clark Mosquito Control.
And there are
Target
actually 3
Specialty
awards. Yeah.
And ES Opco USA DBA Viserys.
Viserys, yes.
I'm glad you had to
It
do
was
that.
a long name, yes.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ezell, seconded by Commissioner Taylor for approval of ITB-24-01. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item number 8.
Thank you. Agenda item number 8 is the award recommendation to Model 1 Commercial Vehicles and Roswell Toyota for ITB 25-03 handicapped accessible vehicles and a wheelchair accessible van. Chaves County received 3 bids in response to the solicitation, and bids were received as follows. Model 1 Commercial Vehicles of Albuquerque, New Mexico. For the handicapped accessible vehicle, no bid. For the wheelchair accessible vehicle, $79,066 each. From Roswell Toyota of Roswell, New Mexico, the handicapped accessible, $70,579.45 each. The wheelchair accessible van, $103,255.27 each. From One Nation, the handicapped accessible vehicle, $91,000 each, and for the wheelchair accessible, $91,000 each. All bids were responsive, but staff recommends approval and award to Model 1 commercial vehicle for the wheelchair accessible van and to Roswell Toyota for the handicapped accessible van. Staff recommends approval.
Who's getting them?
The veterans, what are they called?
Oh, the transport?
Southeast.
Veteran
Yeah. Okay.
transportation,
Transport.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I move we award recommendations to Model 1 commercial vehicles for the handicapped accessible van and to Roswell Toyota for the wheelchair
Wheelchair.
accessible van, IT-25-03.
Second.
Thank you.
Motion by Commissioner Davis, seconded by Commissioner Ezell for approval of ITB-25-03. All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item number 9.
Thank you. Agenda item number 9 is the award recommendation and approval of Agreement A 24-059 for ITB 25-05, Red Bridge Road 2024 to Constructors, Inc. of Carlsbad, New Mexico. Chaves County solicited bids for ITB 2505, Red Bridge Road 2024 between US 380 and Red Bridge Road. We received 2 bids on November 5th, 2024 as follows. One from Constructors, Inc. of Carlsbad, New Mexico for $1,951,860 without GRT. 2 from J&H Services of Albuquerque, New Mexico for $2,055,467 without GRT. All bids were responsive and tabulated for compliance by staff and engineer. Staff recommends approval of award recommendation to the qualified low bidder, Constructors, Inc., in the amount of $1,951,860 plus GRT. Staff recommends approval of the agreement A24-059 after the protest deadline of November 22nd, 2024.
Any questions, discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we award recommendation approval of A-24-059 for ITB-25-05 for the Red Bridge Road 2024 to Constructors, Inc. of Carlsbad.
Do we need to add effective after the expiration of the
Yes,
protest period?
please. Yes.
Yes. What she said.
Second.
Motion by
Thank you.
Commissioner Daniels, second by Commissioner Ezell, for approval of agreement A-24-059 and ITB-25-05. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bill?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, at this time I'd like to ask you to consider and discuss a letter of support for a Department of Interior appointment for Yvette Harrell. It's become known that Yvette Harrell is being considered for an appointment to the Department of Interior. We would like to draft a letter of support, and we're requesting your direction in this matter, how you'd like us to proceed.
In discussion, Michael, do you got anything you want to add?
I don't have anything I'd like to add. I'm just glad it's going this direction.
Right.
She's a very good opportunity for us
Right.
as representation.
Mr. Chairman, will we get a draft of this letter? Does it need to be approved, or are we just sending it on behalf of us? Will it be signed by us, or? what?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, I do have a signature page that addresses all of, or each one of you will sign, saying that we approve the aforementioned letter, and that's the direction I need. How do you want me to proceed? Prepare the letter, share it with the chairman? Can we share it with everyone after the fact, Stan?
Yes, you can direct Bill to write a letter with your signature on it today and then have it sent out.
I would like to see the letter before you send it out.
I think that's what
Yeah.
you're saying, we can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, before it gets sent, yeah.
Right,
But you are, time is up in the essence.
right,
Yeah.
right.
In this situation.
That wouldn't be
Why
good.
don't you write the letter after we adjourn and email it to us? And anyone that has a comment,
Do
make it before the end of the close.
anybody have a
before close.
napkin, and we'll just have them write on it.
Mr. Chairman,
We usually have
Commissioners,
it,
we
Stan.
actually have a couple of drafts, and we want to work out a
Okay.
couple of details on that. That's why we didn't offer it
Present
up
it.
this morning,
Okay.
because there's a couple of minor details that we would like to.
Okay.
For one thing, started out that Ms. Harrell was potentially going to be tapped to be the Secretary of the Interior, perhaps the Undersecretary of the Interior, perhaps another cabinet position. And as of yesterday, when I spoke to her, it was appearing that they may be asking her to be the director of the BLM. So we want to make sure that the verbiage in our letter clarifies that it could be for whatever position it is. You know, but we're endorsing her for a role within a department.
Yeah, are we going to make this letter generic?
No.
For,
No.
it's going to be specific, when will
Well,
we
it's
know
going
when
to be
it's specific?
generic to, or specific to Department of Interior. However, I will put, or any role that you deem her appropriate. But yes, it does specifically say Department of Interior,
Sure.
but it's difficult to clarify exactly which position, because
Right.
exactly which position is being offered is still being juggled by the administration. It was
At breakneck
Lunch lady?
speed.
Yeah, cafeteria lady? I don't know. I mean, gosh, we're kind of leaving this wide open. But yes, we do support her. I have no doubt about that, but I mean, I guess just a letter of support.
That's
This
basically,
is-
I
yeah.
visited with her this morning.
Oh, you did?
And
Okay.
she said that they were really making it plain for sure that
Either
secretary or undersecretary or the Department of BLM.
BLM.
Yeah.
Wow, cool.
And she felt like she had quite a bit of support from some of her former people there
Right,
that she worked
right.
with, so, that are pretty close, so.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, these letters are going through Karen Bud Fallon, who's part of the transition team, as well as Kate McGregor, who is, I believe she's the head of the transition team. Is that correct, Michael? Is she the chair of the transition? I believe so. And she was a former undersecretary, I believe, at Interior. So between those and a few other people we may CC on it, there's quite a lot of support. Utah is, where Karen Bud Fallon is located, has a lot of support there, as well as some other western states, is my understanding.
Good.
Yvette was in Washington this morning.
Good.
So, yeah, that's what.
Is that what we need?
That's what we need.
I move we
Okay.
direct Bill to write that letter.
Second, Mr. Chairman,
Okay.
write that letter.
Motion by Commissioner
Write
Ezell,
that
second
letter.
by Commissioner to direct Bill to write that letter.
That sounds good to me.
All in favor,
Second.
say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill, better get your pen out.
Thank you.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank you. Approval of checks.
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of checks in the amount of $2,137,594.12.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Taylor, second by Commissioner Dana for approval of checks. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Approval of reports.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve reports.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Dana, second by Commissioner Taylor for approval of reports. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. Unscheduled communications are limited to 3 minutes per visitor and not to exceed 15 minutes. No formal action is taken by the commission. Any takers? Name and address, please.
Chairman and Commissioners, my name is Billy Carlisle. I'm here on behalf of my son, who works out of the city and could not be here. He lives on 5201 Sumac. I've visited with our county road group, and I understand that that is not a maintained road. However, he is not asking for regular maintenance on that road, but disaster relief because it is totally washed out and not passable. Unfortunately, he's the only individual that needs access on that road. It's just a dirt road, and I don't know why the water washes through there, but at any rate, it's not passable. They have a 1-month-old child. The mom stays home with that, but we're not asking for a maintenance agreement, just a disaster relief. Any questions?
Anyone have any questions?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
May I ask a
Yes,
question,
Bill.
Mr. Chairman? That's out there by Bear Grass, is that?
To tell you the truth, I don't, it's out northwest
Oh,
of town.
okay, yeah, okay. All
Okay.
right, I didn't know the road you're talking about, okay.
Do you know about the road out?
We can discuss then. Okay. All right,
Thank you.
Thanks.
Chairman, Commissioners, actually, that was an area that was asked about last year as well. Mr. Joe West did meet with the owner, and then this time during the flood, they got hit as well. He's kind of in a unique situation where his neighbors have access to Tinsel and Adobe Mesa. He's kind of in the middle, about half a mile from either one of those outlets, and it's a non-maintained road, so.
Yeah, and it is not a private road, it's a county, non-maintained county road.
It's
Yeah.
county right-of-way, it's
Right.
just
Okay.
not maintained.
Okay, perfect.
And the flooding affected them.
Do you think there's something we can look at there?
Yeah, it's just a matter of determining, because we have, the road superintendent actually has that option to determine if he needs to maintain a county right-of-way at a given time. So, yeah, it's something we can.
We don't have to take it, well, we can't take.
Well, we can't take any action.
No, because we're not changing the status, it's just kind of a one-time thing. So,
Joe?
Yes, sir. We spoke with Mr. Carlisle yesterday. He happened to be there at the house. I did meet with his son Turner in January of this year. Looking back, we've had a lot of flooding issues out there over the past probably 10, 15 years. In September of 2013, the commission did approve that we do private and NCM roads, non-county maintained. We bladed probably a half a dozen roads out there, Poppy Road, Sumac Road, Thistle. Mr. Turner's son's situation is very unique. There's 6 properties on that road from Adobe Mesa to Thistle. And Turner, the son, Turner Carlisle, I believe he's the only one that, he is the only one that doesn't have access to those 2. And he said it's an unmaintained dirt road right now. It's a dirt canyon. It's horrible. I mean, I would be concerned. So if we have the ability, I'm not opposed to us doing something, you know, with the commission's backing or the administration's backing, whatever.
Right.
Because we have done it in the past. There's I don't know where the water comes from. The Blackwater Draw is probably a half a mile east of there. That water does not back up to the west side of the river. It goes down a little further, about a mile, and ties into Perindo Creek and then continues on east. So I don't know if there's anything that maybe flood control, not that they don't have enough to do, but something there in the future.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, we'll discuss this in-house. I think we can come up with a resolution to the situation.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Is there anyone online? Okay. Anyone else? Oh,
Louis Jaramillo, number 1 St. Mary's Place. I'll give you a quick update of Mr. Noriega's property. Took a visit out there this morning. One of the RVs has been replaced with another RV. So long story short, not much has happened on that site. They are still conducting business on the site with repairs of vehicles. And that is happening more and more towards the evening with generators and lights that they have on site, as reported by the neighbors. So it is something that will be coming before you next month, as that's his extension time. I think we'll definitely need to get together with legal and figure out what we're going to do with this, if you will. Thank you all.
okay. Thank you, Louis. Anyone else? Okay. Bill?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, I have a lot of people, I think, that deserve a shout out. County staff has been exemplary in the last month, dealing with flooding and all the issues that come forth with that. Whole departments have stepped forward and done well above and beyond the call of duty. I want to specifically mention Alex, who has taken the lead as our county's face of the flood. No, I don't know if that's good or bad, Alex, but you have really stepped up and done a lot of good things. Adriana, I would like to mention for legislative capital outlay, we hosted that in our facility here last week. It was scheduled to be at the Civic Center, which of course that was impossible, so we made some last-minute adjustments and we hosted the legislators here. Adriana, of course, presented our portion very well, did a really good job. Part of the unknown about legislative capital outlay, she does a whole lot more than just that. She has to start out with the ICIP. She has to get all the information and data gathered, verify all the facts and figures, and go with department heads and try to figure out what the scope is, and then boil all that down to the list that she gives to you to select, and then she has to develop that slideshow to present to the Capitol, to all of our legislators, and she just really does a good job and has done a really good job. Want to point out the red ribbon posters that are on our front windows out there, inside and outside both. There are a lot of them there, so take a minute, look at those. A lot of really good themes and a lot of really good artists from our multiple schools. They've done a really good thing, and it's all encouraging their friends and classmates to not do drugs, and I think that's a pretty good thing. Be aware of those on your way out. I want to thank the hundreds of people that have and entities that have come into our community providing assistance to our friends and neighbors. Wish we could mention you all by name, can't do that, but thank you all for coming and helping us out. Election workers, of course, they're always first-class folks. They've spent a lot of time here and done a lot of really good things. We did have, and I'm sure that Commissioner Dana is going to mention this, we did have an event on Veterans Day with the DAR. Revolutionary Patriots were awarded a place of honor at our War Memorial, and I'll let her talk more about that. But along with it, we also presented a Veterans Appreciation Certificate proclamation to the veterans of foreign wars, and Operation Greenlight resolution was also presented to that group, and they accepted on behalf of all the veterans within our community. I was able to go to the Hagerman FFA on Tuesday. It was Hagerman FFA's 95th year of being an FFA chapter in the state of New Mexico. FFA was established in 1928. The Hagerman chapter of the FFA was the 8th chapter in the state of New Mexico, and they were given their chapter in 1929, so 95 years ago, and it happened to be on November the 12th, 1929. So Hagerman FFA Day was November the 12th. So they thank you for that proclamation and really appreciate it. It was very well attended. I'm happy to say, as a Hagerman FFA alumni, they have 95 students in the Hagerman FFA, which I think we had 95 in the entire school when I was there. So really impressed with the Hagerman FFA. They've done a really good job of recruitment. All of the classes came together and were attentive, respectful, and it was a great event. And future Commissioner Wade was there as well, and there were pictures of him when he was in high school that were pointed out to other alumni. So that's all that I have. I want to thank all of our staff. As always, you're great, and we appreciate you. I want to report that the sheriff is doing well. He had his second knee replaced yesterday. I think he shot a video, or Charles did, to let everyone know his status, but I talked to him yesterday. He's getting around real well, doing real good. That's all that I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill. Commissioner Perry?
Thank you, Chairman. Ms. Dana and I had a privilege of speaking to the leadership, Roswell, I guess, 10 days or so ago. And one thing that brought to mind is with that system of leadership, I realized that, and I said it at that meeting, leadership is needed when things aren't happening. And if things are happening, you just kind of need to sit back and observe what's happening. And I wanted to say, just as a shout out to Chairman Bilberry for getting all the declaration and flooding stuff signed with the governor and getting that done in a very, very timely fashion. I really appreciate his leadership on that. Mr. Williams and orchestrating that and getting it done. Miss Cindy for doing everything with the voting in a very timely manner and very, very, very professionally. During that flood, it was nice to see the community come together, and we're still coming together. And there's been some divisive. People think things are divisive lately, but really when you see that tragedy happen and you got neighbors helping neighbors and people coming together, and I had 8 people show up at our rent houses that I didn't even know. I did not know them before yesterday, or before it happened, and they just all showed up and driving by and started helping. It really is a testament to Chaves County that people just drive by and help other people. So thank you, and everybody that's done that, thank you, and I'll leave it right there and say go help somebody else. So appreciate it.
Thank you, Commissioner Perry. Commissioner Taylor?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, Cindy, your office did a fantastic job with the elections, as always. I couldn't help but think about how efficient our Chaves County election office is in having the results ready. when a week later, you got counties in Arizona and Nevada still trying to count the election. And here, the efficiency, within a couple hours, they had it all cleared up and were able to announce the various winners and the totals. Cindy, you have a great staff, and we thank you for all the hard work that they do. Another comment I'd like to make is my wife Diane would like to have been here today, but about 6 weeks ago she was in an auto accident and her arm was broken and her wrist shattered, and has doctor's appointment and therapy this morning, but she wanted to be here and mention to everybody, as our County Manager Bill Williams mentioned about the posters. This is all part of the Red Ribbon Week, and this was an idea she came up with it. And they had contests at all the elementary schools, not only here in Roswell, but in all of Chaves County, at Lake Arthur, Dexter, Hagerman, and even the private schools like Gateway and All Saints schools. All these schools participated, where they had the contest for the students to make these posters. And I think it's just another step forward in working with the young people to get this message out about drugs and alcohol. And she wanted to issue say a thank you to the various people that helped, which was Bill, and then Lieutenant Jacob Sanchez with the Sheriff's Department, Lance Bateman with Roswell PD, Chief Patil, I believe, at Dexter, and Chief Coulter, I believe, of Lake Arthur, and Chief Michelle Bateman of Hagerman. And all their staff, went there, and I guess we're judging these posters, and then the winners were presented blue ribbons. And I think it was an excellent program, and like I say, Diane wish she could have been here today, but she's doing physical therapy. And again, all the staff, I want to thank the entire staff of this county for the hard work and the effort they put, especially with this flood. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Hitter. Commissioner Dana.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, ditto what everybody has said about our staff. You know the character of people, especially when things go wrong and when people step up. And our staff has really stepped up and taken the reins. And many of them had issues at their own place, but they still stepped up, and we certainly thank them for that. And then in the midst of this, working on our dedication and our marker on the courthouse lawn, our staff with facility maintenance was fantastic. We had our dedication ceremony on Monday for Daughters of the American Revolution. This is part of our America 250 project, national and statewide. And there's currently 3 markers. They're going to have a dedication in Alamogordo in December, ours, and then they had one in Quay County and Tucumcari. This is, if you haven't seen it, please go by. The place that facility maintenance put our marker, it's just wonderful. And the marker itself, to me, when I saw it, it looks up to our beautiful flag on the courthouse lawn. So it's a wonderful dedication to our first patriots, our first veterans, those that fought in the American Revolution. So I thank Bill for saying, yes, we can do this, because it fits right in with what we're doing on the courthouse lawn, our facility maintenance, everybody who participated. Thank you, Commissioner Perry and his wife Kimberly. They showed up. Commissioner Taylor, Commissioner-elect Cliff Wade showed up on Monday for this dedication, and State Representative Jared Hembry and his wife Michelle. We really appreciate we had 68 people there that had learned about this and wanted to see what this was all about. Jessica, thank you for all the pictures. She was our photographer. Bill, thank you for the proclamations and stepping in as mayor Did you know Bill was mayor of Roswell? He had to step in and read the proclamation because unfortunately, Tim Jennings, the mayor of Roswell, couldn't be there because of the FEMA meeting. So I appreciate Bill reading the lengthy proclamations from everybody. But this is what we do best in Chaves County. I tell you, I attend the New Mexico County's board meetings, and gosh, you guys, Chaves County does it right. We know how to do right. We know how to come together and in good times and in crisis. And I just want to say thank you, and God bless this great, great county, and God bless the state and this nation. We've had some tough times, but we're kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, hopefully. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Day. Commissioner Ezell.
Well, most of it's already been said, but going through the things that we have gone through really makes you appreciate the staff of this county more than ever before. An election is hard enough to do anyway without getting that kind of curveball thrown at you, Cindy. So congratulations to you, and our deepest thanks to you and your staff and all the volunteers. Brian, great report. I cannot believe you've even had enough time to have done such a thorough assessment. That's incredible. You've got an uphill battle, I'm afraid, in front of you. Joe, you too. We're gonna, I think you're right. When the weather turns cold, we're gonna start seeing a lot of deterioration on our roads. Alex, the way you stepped up during that weekend is just unbelievable, and kudos to you and to everybody. I always brag on our staff, but the way you all handled an unhandleable situation was awesome, and I congratulate you.
Thank you, Commissioner Ezell. I don't know that I can add anything. I know I'm glad I'm not Brian or Joe or Cindy.
Yeah, really.
Or the mayor of
Or
Roswell.
or the proxy mayor of Roswell. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank everybody. We've got a lot to be proud of in this community and a lot to be proud of in this county. I do know this, that through visiting with other county commissioners and people that I know where I do business, Chaves County sets a pretty high bar, and everybody in this country knows it. And so it's my hat's off to all of you guys and this commission, and I'm proud to be a part of it. So thank you. We're going to sign documents and adjourn. Oh, one thing, the city's going to use our room here for a while for their meetings, and because they're down, so they need to.
They're going to pay for the utilities.
Well, that's what I was going to say, the electric
Well,
bill's going to go.
I'm going to leave that alone. I already made one comment. I'm not going to say it. Anyway, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll,
I'm not going to comment. Suck me into that one.
Can we charge them for the bottled water?
Well.